Hello strangers, today we shall take apart this lawnmower here, which someone, totally not me, I wouldn't do something so stupid, someone attempted to do a skateboard trick type of thing, lifting the front up and trying to lift the back before the front touch ground to get over a stump. Didn't work. So now can no longer pull this. It does pain if I grab the blade, but it doesn't do a full turn, so my best guess is the connecting rod snapped. Now I will have to look better on some of this stuff, see if I can find parts. If not, what I'm trying to do now is take it apart such that I can have a look at the connecting rod, take some measurements off of that, and go from there. For ordering parts, because ultimately all I need is for the distances and diameters of some things to match. Let me go with this one. What size will it be? Probably 10, if I were to guess. It seems so. I was possibly thinking taking the motor all the way off, but let's see if I can do it just like this. What I have to take off is the top end, which is sideways. This should have been taken apart sooner and cleaned. Probably doesn't make for the best cooling. This comes off as well. Yeah, the top part, the piston, I can take off from here, I think. At the bottom I will still need to take something apart. I don't know what that will be. Are we missing one of them? No, that was meant to stay behind. Anyway. Or is it just this? Huh? Huh? This is an unexpected thing. Don't know if it's easier or worse. What is this, the magneto? Or just a flywheel? Well, it's a flywheel with something integrated. I shall see about taking this off. So I can see the back side of it. Issue is, this seems to be cast iron. I don't have a way to glue that back together properly and reliably. But seems like it would be an easier fix. try with one of them. What size? Let's see if it's that one. Seems right. I'll actually put it on the ratchet. Well, that was loose to begin with. Will this come off? I got a piece of it stuck in there. I think it matters, so I will leave it. I think it sheared the key altogether. Let's get some leverage. It is nice and messed up. That's the issue, isn't it? I think this is literally just cast iron. Maybe, yeah, there's a magnet in here. For the spark. I wonder if I'll be able to find this. There is some sort of part number there. SZ1-4. I will try to locate that. Let me give this a spin. Well, actually, I don't have the pull starter on it now. Let's put the nut on it. Kind of want to feel how it spins. Feels good. It's just the connection between the motor and the drill that's not great. But otherwise it feels like it may not be as big of an issue. Relieving in a way. There is a crack here as well. I don't know if I can put this back together and try and use it somehow, because it's kind of distorted. It doesn't go back together as it is meant to be, and it was rubbing against things here. And if I don't do it right, it will just come apart again. Well, that's it for now, I guess. Nothing I can do at the moment. I will just try to locate this part. Maybe do some homework as to whether or not I can somehow weld this with my welder. I went on and practiced on some pieces of cast iron I had hanging around, and I determined it's gonna make for a decent enough weld. Let's get ready for the real deal. I got the files here which I will use to chamfer this piece. I don't want to remove too much material. I still want them, when I put it back together, to go back where it needs to. So I still kind of want to leave a spot. Let's see how I go about this. Thinking this one and the round one might be useful. I will see. I think it is best done with the files, because with the grinder I could quickly take away too much material. So on the thickness I want to kind of go about halfway and leave a little bit untouched there, just so they match. Now welding in the bore here when it's put together shall be a bit difficult. There is also a slight crack here which I will need to fix. That will be complicated as well, because I don't quite have the appropriate tools. The good thing about cast iron is that it's kind of soft, easy to work with. I don't think I will have you sit through all this. It's just boring. I will continue this side a little. But see, that's the idea here. I'm still leaving some material untouched in the middle, such that it meets properly. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to weld. A slight issue has appeared. I have left it here for almost 20 minutes. Right now I have it sitting on a stove here, so it warms up uniformly, preventing cracks when I go to weld it. The one that turned off. I thought the camera did something. There seems to be some melting here, which I shall worry about later, because touching this with the grounding clamp reveals it is still magnetic. So hopefully not too bad. Temperature is fairly uniform, I did check. Let's show you as well, why not? It's a bit cooler in the middle because this part doesn't touch. The external ring does touch, and that's warmer. Anyway, turned it off right now because there shall be more heat put into it by the welder. And for this next part I shall have to put you somewhere so I can put the helmet on. Here you see me using a chisel. I'm using it for support. The welding gloves are not good for prolonged contact with hot things, and yeah, I'm using the chisel there as an intermediate. Here I am also moving back and forth, spreading the heat around as opposed to doing it all at once. I'm going to move around with welding, just so I don't put too much heat in one spot. Let me double check the temperature. Doesn't seem excessive. This side is warmer. Still feels magnetic so far. I will call that enough. It's a big mess. But hopefully it will hold up. It is still magnetic, which is good. That was not affected. I think it just had a coating or something. I don't know. I will find out when I clean it up. Should I'm not gonna bother filling up everything because again it may not work at all anyway. But yeah, I will now let it here where it can cool down slowly. This is off, but it has plenty of thermal mass, so I think it should be good to slow down, to slowly cool down. And then I shall have a go at it, probably with a grinder, clean up some of the edges make it nice and smooth in the places where it matters. For example, in here, this is a lower spot where I don't think there's any interference, so I only have to make it flush with this edge here. And same on the other side. On the inside I probably won't have to do much at all, unless I find it to interfere with something. But yeah, I will bring you back after, I think when I put it back on, so we can see if it worked. No sense in having you watch me grind this. The bore will be a bit tricky. In fact, there is a part I haven't welded, and I think at this point I may not do it. The crack that was inside, because it's a tapered bore, and it's a bit difficult to get that right. So yeah, even as is, I will have to do a bit of filing to clean that up. We shall see if it works later. So this is as good as I'm going to get it. I don't have the skills to do any better. I could go and fill in some parts, but I did try kind of hitting it. It doesn't come off, so hopefully it should do. Now let's take some of that back apart. Oh. Let's find that before I lose it. Moment of truth. Now I know for a fact I have to bang on this shaft a bit, because the key, when it came out, it bent it. Let's see if I can grab the blade and spin this a bit. Actually, that will be more convenient. Well, that came off. Let's see if this goes on. It was a bit hard to clean, and in fact I didn't clean it all the way. The place where the key sits. Now in the impact I think some things have moved a bunch. Or actually no, that one is meant to be like that. Let me I think this grounds it. Yes, there. And it also acts like possibly a brake. Interesting, interesting. I need to tie that up somehow, because it's annoying. What do I have that I could use? And here I thought I got everything I need. Yeah, but can I just steal? I should hold it, because it gets in the way of this. Now I do need to figure out something for a keyway. That's not good, is it? The magnet itself seems to be hitting. That's not my fault either. Let me see if I think I'll have a go at it with the... That should hold it, because it gets in the way of this. Now I do need to figure out something for a keyway. That's not good, is it? The magnet itself seems to be hitting. That's not my fault either. Let me see if I think I'll have a go at it with the file. Kinda make sure it is flush. Good thing is this does hold the magnet, so at least that part is not bad. Still not quite flush here either. Now I can actually probably adjust how far this coil sits. This side seems good. Yeah, this side needs some extra cleaning. Let me go to the vise. It must be flush, I would hope. I do have to figure out something for a keyway. I was thinking possibly using some coins. Still not? Huh, that's weird. Can I kinda... where is it? Yeah. Actually the small hammer might even be useful. If I can kinda hit on this a little. I don't know if that is moving at all. It is mostly good. No. Yeah, let me grind some off. Now it must be flush, I would hope. I do have to figure out something for a keyway. I was thinking possibly using some coins. Still not? Huh, that's weird. Can I kinda... where is it? Here. Actually the small hammer might even be useful. If I can kinda hit on this a little. I don't know if that is moving at all. It is mostly good, though. Let me grind some more off. That part seems to be hardened somehow. Doesn't cut quite as easily. I might have to go at it with the grinder, which is still plugged in. So, I'll leave my ears for a second. That should be plenty. The reason I say some coins for the keyway is that it is around in there. Although, do I have any small enough? Still not? My god. No, no, it works, it works. Okay. So, keyway. Let me get some coins. Thought I had some in here. You have a smaller one as well. Anyway. Let's see. This one seems right, so I'll have to find a few more of them. These are too big. Then I'll have to cut. Actually, might be. No, probably need 3 to fit in there to make up the size. I'll go locate more of them and come back. The reason I say some coins for the keyway is that it is round in there. Although, do I have any small enough? Still not? My god. No, now it works. It works. Okay. So, keyway. Let me get some coins. Let's see. This one seems right, so I'll have to find a few more of them. And these are too big. Then I'll have to cut. Actually, I might be. No, I probably will need 3 to fit in there to make up the size. I will go locate more of them and come back. Exactly 3 of them seems to be what it needs. They fit just right. Let me mark where to cut them. Well, the thickness of that mark seems just about right. So I'll cut on the inside here, on that mark. I'll probably put them all together stacked in the vise. Probably cut a bit more than I need, and then file the rest. Should I go for the grinder? Probably. Let's be lazy. That's about it. Quick and easy. I will file them a little, just to clean up the sharp edges. And then I'll have to be careful when I take them off, not to lose them. Let's see. Good thing is they kind of stay together. Might be too much. Might have to remove some. Actually, they are now coming apart. Which might be annoying for installation purposes. Let's see how far they stick out. And that might be too much. about it. Quick and easy. I will file them a little, just to clean up the sharp edges. That's about it. Quick and easy. I will file them a little, just to clean up the sharp edges. Let's test it as is. It has gotten hot. I think I'm gonna just try putting it on, although they do wanna fall off. I might want to put some glue on them to hold them together for assembly purposes. Yes, I shall do that, although I don't have the fast glue, whatever it's called. Should I use some of this? Why not? It's out here already. Now what I will do, I will put some glue in there as well to hold it for assembly. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to dry or anything, just surface tension. Although it does get tacky fairly quick. I was gonna put it backwards. That seems to have worked. It's maybe a bit loose. I don't know how to fix that part of it. I shall put a nut on. Actually, I need to put this other stuff on first. See how it feels after I get that tight, because it is a tapered shaft. Actually, I have to be careful now how I spin it, because it might start. Let me actually remove this. I would have thought it would break. Let's see. I forget which one it was. I'm thinking this one. Yes, that is the one. that could possibly use getting a little tighter, but now I just want to try it. So I will put this pull starter back on. Thing is, I'm not entirely sure which way it spins for some reason. I will just hold it with my foot actually, because I have to. Something feels strange. Oh, that didn't work, did it? The battery died on the GoPro, so I am now filming with the phone. It will be annoying for moving footage around anyway. Believe it or not, it did start. Now it's annoying because I have to hold the phone with a hand. This was still rubbing. I loosened these bolts here and pulled it away a little bit, so there is a bit more of a gap, so that's good. The one issue with all the welding, this flywheel is no longer balanced, and as such it seems to vibrate a little more. Let me see if I can start this with whilst holding you, because I have one hand here. I'm gonna try to hold you with the same hand whilst I spin this with a drill. I would say that it's fairly good, except for this, which came off for some reason. I'll put it on later. I think it will make it last for a while longer. I will be extra careful not to hit stumps and things, but somewhat of a success. Let us have one last look. Put it back together, nothing fancy, just 3 10mm stuff. Didn't come out better than it was. Does make some noises and whatnot, but it is better than trash, I will say. So yeah, when it comes to such repairs, ask yourself what's the worst that could happen should they fail. In this case, this was already junk technically, so if the repair fails, it's not that big of a deal, because I cannot find the part anyway. If you were working on something bigger and more important or something like that, then you might think twice. Let's start it one last time, so you can see how it kind of vibrates and sounds a little weird compared to how it was, which you have not heard, so I suppose you'll have to take my word for it.